Ons gesels oor die gemaskerde trolleymense, die informele herwinnaars, oftewel die baggeresie. Welkom by PRONTUIT. Daar is meer as 100,000 informele herwinners wat daagliks dag voor dag ons strate en woonbuurte trotseer om rommel en ander herwinbare goedere te sorteer om sodoende die pot aan die kook te hou en vir hulle self 'n volhoubare inkomste te verseker. Ons het meer oor hierdie entrepreneurs wat op die rand van die samelewing woon en werk, gaan uitvind.
I started trading in recycling in the whole industry. I think it was in 2011. Well, a friend of mine came to me and said, let's go. Let's go make money. First day, it was a Wednesday, I remember very well. And the first bin he opened, I turned around and went back home. So I went to them the second time, I persevered. That's how most guys start.
I'm choosing to pull the trolley because of I have the husband and 2 babies. These guys, when he wants something for food, he's calling me because I know this money is from mine. Nobody can come to complaining. This work is difficult. It's not easy to make it.
I think we should blame the government because the government should take care of us. We're struggling, we're suffering. Eh? You don't know when will you pick up yourself. In fact, I think there's no hope of picking yourself up in such a condition.
You don't think so?
I was thinking so, but now I'm starting not to think so.
You're losing hope.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Because, hey, pulling that trolley every day and you go to Maji there, you just get a 30 rand for those 2 liters. And now you stand there, at last you think how you... So I wait for this 25 rand the whole day.
They think we're criminals because we're not working, we wake up early in the mornings. Some of us will wake up like very early when it's dark and we come back at night, you understand? And they think maybe when we are busy with these trolleys, we're doing some criminal stuff.
We wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, most of us, and our day ends around 4, 5 o'clock. And we go to sleep at 7. Don't have time for crime, we're too tired. We're concentrating on our business. We're concentrating on growing what we are doing.
People think of reclaimers as being poorly educated, low-skilled, and as people who are just kind of rummaging through trash in order to eke out some kind of living. That's like the poverty angle that's usually given, but they're doing something very different. They have created the only functioning system to collect recyclables in South African municipalities.
People stigmatized collectors with your nyaupe boys, drugs, homeless, uneducated, can't speak English, you know. You see people coming close to you that close their nose. I think that's the biggest problem that we've had, the stigma.
And essentially, reclaimers are accidental environmentalists. You know, they didn't set out to basically be part of the fight for the planet. But in effect, that's what they do. By picking up almost 90% of post-consumer materials in South Africa and making sure that those materials are processed in some ways. You know, they are the kinds of environmental heroes that we need. They are people that are working for themselves and feeding their families.
Because residents are so irresponsible and lazy and ignorant about the environmental implications of their waste, you know, residents are just taking all of the materials that continue to have value, whether they're recyclables or, you know, old cell phones, old cameras, old clothing, and they're throwing everything into a garbage bin. And that would end up at the landfills, except for the reclaimers who come and they salvage it.
We had no idea that we are providing such a huge service, not only to our communities, but also to the environment. We're literally saving the environment. An average reclaimer collects about 250 kilograms of of recyclables a day.
We don't understand that there are numerous types of plastic. There are numerous types of paper. There are numerous types of glass. These guys will tell you all the acronyms you need to know in recycling, and they know how to sort it. So entrepreneurs have skill, and they have skill in identifying what is what, and then they sort it. And then again, with their bodies, they take it to a buyback centre. Now, again, there are numerous buyback centres, and they sell their product to the buyback centre. They will have a good idea of which buyback centres have integrity and which don't. And in business, it's a very important aspect of business to know how to value who to do business with. Who can you feel that's going to give you a good deal? And who can you see is not going to give you a good deal? I call that entrepreneurship.
Well, in terms of product, we've got can aluminium is a leader in price now in our market. I think can, if we have gathered it into big bags, it's producing something that you can see, yes, you worked for something. It's repaying. And then the other stuff, like you understand, market prices won't be flowing with the same level all the time. Especially when coming to December, prices are dropping.
The kg of the box is R1.10. The PT clear, not color one, transparent one, is the R3.50, which means the brown one is R1.50, the green one is R2.50. So you see, and then to find the brown and the green is difficult, but the transparent one is come to be easy, because per week, even this burger is come to be full.
I think it's better to do everything, you understand? Because if you only do one thing, then you won't get enough, you understand? You can fill a bag of maybe white paper, but it won't give you as much as you would get if you were to collect everything, you understand? But just on a usual month, maybe 1.5, 2,000, it depends how hard, you understand? But for some other guys, it can even be more. For others, it can be less.
Currently, South Africa has a recycling rate that's comparable to many European countries, and this is in the absence of any kinds of formal programs. So, according to industry's own statistics, 80 to 90% of the post-consumer materials that are collected, taken from trash, and then put back into the value chain are collected by reclaimers. And so, if reclaimers stopped working, or if they hadn't been doing this work, our garbage dumps would be overflowing with waste. We know we have a problem. We're running out of space for landfills, so it would be even worse. And industry would be sitting there without a reliable source of inputs for their production. So reclaimers are the core of the recycling industry.